In Romans 8, verse 28, it says, and we know that all things work together for the good to them who love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. Look, just as this exercise targets multiple muscle groups, it targets multiple muscle groups all at once. God is working all things together for your good, even when you can't see it, even when it's hard to see. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth and strength through faith in Jesus Christ. With the help of the Lord, keep pushing forward, knowing that God is working everything out for your good. I'm Raman Hunter. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about hip abduction, sideline hip abduction, or some people call it sideline straight leg raise in sideline position, same thing, sideline hip abduction. All right. This exercise targets the gluteus medius, the tensor fascia latae. Those are the primary movers for this particular exercise. All right. Now there are different variations to this, but I'm going to just keep this one simple. You stay in the sideline position. You can either lie down directly on your side like this if you want, but this position is not very good for the shoulder. If you have shoulder problems, you may have an issue doing this position, or even keeping the neck in this position, because this is also adding some strain to the neck. I prefer to prop yourself up as if you're about to do a side plank. Make sure that the shoulder is directly above the elbow, so the shoulder is being supported by the elbow. Not out that way, but more in, so the shoulder is directly above the elbow. You want to make sure that the head is in a neutral position, not all the way up like that, not all the way down like that, but just in a neutral, more or less a neutral position. All right, you're not doing a side plank, but it's a similar position as if you're doing a side plank. You want to make sure that the hips are out, the bottom knee here, this bottom leg here, the knee is bent and a little bit back, right? So the one that is being worked is the top leg. I have here a resistance loop. This is a small resistance loop that I'm using. If you have a resistance band or resistance tube, you can also tie the ends together and make a loop out of it and pull it up above your knees. I like it above the knees because I feel it more directly in my hip area. But however, that doesn't mean that you can't put it below. You can also put the band below the knees if you want. You can put it all the way down to the ankle, and that lengthens the lever arm, so you get more work that way. All right. So, or you can have it on both areas at the same time. You can have a loop above the knees and a loop by your ankles, just to increase the challenge and the difficulty of this exercise. But anyone is better for you. If you want to shorten the lever arm, you can put the loop above the knees to perform this exercise. All right. Now you're going to line your side just like this. The hip is resting on the mat, and it's going to raise the foot, raise it up and down. This is the sideline hip abduction. Now, if you want to target the gluteus medius a little bit more, if you want to get a little bit more bang for your buck, so to speak, in the gluteus medius, you want to target that muscle that is a part of the gluteal group of muscles that help with regards to the shape and the form of your butt. You can put the leg back a little bit and then lift up in slight extension. So you can extend the hip a little bit and then perform the abduction in slight extension in that position. You can also make sure not to lean back, make sure that you're not directly leaning over onto your back. Let me show you from this view. Right now I'm leaning a little bit, more or less forward a little bit, but try not to lean back and perform the exercise in that position. Try to keep your body in sideline position. You're lying right on your hip, you're lying on your side. Remember, propped up by your arm, supported by your arm, and perform the exercise like this. Okay, now what I was saying is, if you want to target more of the gluteus medius, you can draw the leg back a little bit, put it in a slight hip extension, and perform abduction, leading upwards with the heel. All right? So you're leading upwards with the heel. It's a good exercise to strengthen the gluteus medius, the tensor fascia latae, and also if you have any knee problems, this is a good exercise because it also helps to provide that stability and support for your knee. So it also helps with strengthening some of the muscles around the knee area, and the lateral, the outer aspect of your thigh, the outer aspect of your knee, and it helps to provide additional support and stability for your knee as well. All right. Not only that, but it also helps with regards to pelvic movement. It helps with regards to pelvic mobility. It helps with regards to your overall function and mobility, generally speaking, when you're walking up and down. It helps with regards to your locomotion. All right. This exercise is a really good exercise to add as a part of your program. sideline hip abduction. And can keep it in extension and do it in this position. Ooh, get a good burn right there performing that exercise. I'm using a heavy resistance band. You can use an extra heavy if you want, or if you want to start light, you can also use a light resistance band or a light resistance loop, right? So I'm Roman Hunter. Hope you really enjoy this exercise. And remember to subscribe and like the YouTube channel. Have a wonderful day. Blessings.